I want to speak English because I'm fed up with my Italian audience. It's not okay. It's a long story. I want to speak about people who, like me, who play both brass and woodwind instruments. I play the recorders, and the flute and the piccolo. And I play all sorts of brass, mainly the cornet, but also the trombone and the euphonium. But I spend, let's say, I spend the morning playing the flute and the afternoon playing the brass. I cannot spend the whole day playing brass. I could if I played the trombone, but I like both. It's so strange because I never find anyone who, like me, take playing the flute and the brass seriously. Obviously, you need a lot of time to be able to perform in both instruments. And not only I played this, I can reasonably play a valve trombone or tenor horn, what some people call, yes, tenor horn, not the alto instrument, the B-flat instrument. So I'm asking you, is there anyone who play, I say reasonably well, both? And now I have in my hands two plastic instruments because I like plastic instruments. For I also have the regular metal ones. They are handy, and both are blue, and they are very light. You see, but the flute is not, it's not heavy. But if you play many hours, I can tell. And they're, you know, I also play my metal ones. They have a peculiar sound. For example, I don't particularly like these instruments when they're plastic, but for the flute I like it so much that I will get a hybrid one with a metal head and plastic body, because they have such a different sound, and if I had the money I would buy a whole wooden one. I have wooden instruments like recorders, but they're particularly expensive. So why do I like them? I started on the recorder and I played the flute, and then I played for a long time reeds like the clarinet and the saxophone. Then I like 22 years ago I started playing the cornet. I had a trumpet, but I got a second-hand cornet which unluckily fell from 20 centimeters. It got a crack, and I got it in my basement for 2 or 3. Maybe the humidity, I don't know what happened. I couldn't get it fixed, so it's dead. I have the body dismembered. They tried to fix, but it was not possible. So I decided, no, I want to get a new instrument, that replace that. I have other cornets, but I wanted and I got this. I went to the also I had a problem with my flute descending to B, and I got it fixed for 70 euros. Okay, but so I got this cornet, looks like almost like a trumpet. So I don't demand it to. You play brass and the flute. It seems that we need to play similar instruments. Yes, I play several similar instruments. I have my tuba over there and my slide trombone. I suck at slide trombone. I don't particularly like. I like listening to slide trombones, But I'm used to, when I play flute, also in a way less like a flute. Flute is very, very fast, but lacks the push and the, the, the carrying sound of the trumpet. That's why I like, because they're so fucking different. I quit playing the saxophone and the clarinet. I only have a chalumeau clarinet and I can play one octave. That's it. Because it's so commonplace here in Italy to play the saxophone, less the clarinet. And in a period of my life, a long period, decades, I was a committed reed player, and for some reason I didn't like the flute, and then it grew on me again when I played the recorder, and I have lots of recorders. Come on, there and there. I should resume playing the ukulele now and then and the guitar, because I, for several years, I busked playing Hakunyam songs and classic country songs. But that's, I should maximize the time. And anyway, now I'm speaking about woodwind and brass instruments. First of all, they're so different, and it gives me a different approach. And sometimes, I don't know, I try to play the cornet having in mind what I do on the flute and vice versa. So it gives me a very unique approach to those instruments. So when I get a higher range on the okay, it's so light. I thought it was the metal one. I was I was expecting some weight. Okay. And I like both instruments. Really, I like both instruments. I have only regular transverse flute and one piccolo. I'd like to have the alto flute. I had a chance to get it. I was somewhere in Italy in a living room. I will never get that chance to have an alto flute. Anyway, you cannot play everything, but I like listening to alto flute more than listening to the piccolo. I have a piccolo, not an expensive one, but I have. What, I don't know if it's something that happened, or there's some connection in my mind. I play an instrument that's not very loud, it's very fast, it's very light. The way I play it gives an impression of, I don't know, freshness. The sound of the flute gives me an idea of coolness. The sound of the trumpet, the opposite, is red, is powerful, is in your face. Okay, trumpet you can play softly more than you can play loud. The flute, I don't like loud flutes. Tell you, when a sound is too thick and it's too dense, I don't like it. That's why I'm happy, because very expensive flutes tend to have this sound. Okay, when it comes to brass, I tend to have not a brassy sound. When you get on, like distort, when you overblow a trumpet, it gets, I call it harshy, brassy. Okay, and I don't like it. Actually, I don't like that. I prefer plastic, sometimes a plastic flute and a metal one. Obviously, trumpets are metal. I saw that someone built a, I don't know how he made with the pistons, made a wooden trumpet. It's very difficult and very expensive to build, but I don't know, maybe I saw a wooden saxophone. I don't know. Is there trombone? I've never seen wooden trombones. Um, oh, a wood trumpet. Okay. Let me see. The picture is blurred, kind of blurred. Let's see. Oh, the wood trumpet. There's a video how a trumpet is made of wood. Barrel trumpet can be one of a kind. It's not a viable option. Okay, it's beautiful to see. But this is the real sound. Let's see here. It's opening the speed valve. Okay. Not the best. Oh, come on. Is there anyone who can play?
Hoping that it would actually sound, and because the wood is so much softer and more pliable, you're going to get a softer, more mellow tone.
Let's see this.
And the high frequencies are
Okay, I like odd things. For example, never seen a metal recorder. I see tin whistles. They are not made of tin, of aluminum. Anyway, so my point was, I seen people playing cornet, trombone, or the saxophone, the flute, oboe. I never seen anyone playing the flute, and sometimes people don't believe me. Oh, it must be good at one, and the other one is just, secondary instrument. No. I take both fucking seriously. The one I don't take serious, maybe for the time being, because I made a point of getting good at the trumpet and being able to have a decent range, and then when I'm on a high level, if I ever be, I will put much more time into practicing the trombone. Okay, but I want to not to be a virtuoso. I never be a virtuoso given my age, but to be quite good. And another thing, if I get gigs and I want, people can have in their ears two different instruments. Okay, two different sounds. And one thing, when I get more range on the cornet, I always say trumpet, but actually it's a cornet. I want to see if I can play a lot of flute material, flute stuff, things I read on the trumpet will be quite a challenge. Now I have a lot of this I'm practicing. The good thing about those instruments, brass, with the right practice mute, I can practice at night. Okay, let me know